Hello, this is Kofi Nkrumah from Humanitas Afrika, Prague, Czech Republic. I'm here in Ghana on a short working holiday, and I've had the pleasure to meet someone that I know in Prague who is now here as a football coach. I am happy to introduce to you Alen, my friend, whom I know from Czech Republic, and he is now here in Prague. Alen?
Hello, I'm Allen Nishie, go by Alen often, and yes, I'm a football coach here with Accra City Stars in the second level called Division 1, second level of professional football in this country. And I know Kofi from Prague. I used to enjoy going to his events at Humanitas to become knowledgeable about various issues. Usually, obviously, it was Africa related, but yes, to increase my knowledge on various issues and see movies together, documentary videos together. And yes, I'd like to start by thanking you right now for bringing me to such a nice place at the beach in Accra. And yes, I'm here. I'm originally from Japan, but I've lived in the Czech Republic a long time. I know Kofi from Prague, and yes, I'm looking forward to discussing more about, yes, various issues, Ghana and my time here in this occasion today.
Okay, so it's a pleasure meeting Alen here. He has introduced himself. We know each other from Prague, and now we are here in Accra. He mentioned that I have invited him to a beautiful place here. The beautiful place he mentioned is called Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra, one of the finest 5-star hotels in Ghana. And we came here to enjoy the pleasure of the beach. Alen,
yes.
How long have you been here?
I believe over 3 weeks still, in Ghana total.
Mm-hmm. And what brought you here?
Well, obviously this offer from my club, Accra City Stars. They were looking for a coach from Europe, and I don't know their processes, but they ended up inviting me.
Okay, so you are here to take on a team as a coach.
Yes.
And the name of the team is Accra City Stars.
Yes, the name of the club is Accra City Stars.
Okay. Have you met your team? Have you met the management, of course?
I have met the management of the team, and I have met a lot of the staff. Unfortunately, I have just arrived after the previous season ended during the summer holidays. So the players are on holidays. Many of them went to see their families. They're not all from Accra. In fact, most of them aren't. So I have not met my team yet, but I have seen members of other teams in the club. I have seen, I believe, 3 of the players individually, separately, who live in Accra. So at this point, I haven't met my team yet, but I'm looking forward to. And so far, as I speak to the club management, the situation is very positive.
Okay. Did you know anything about, 2 questions, did you know anything about Ghana? And did you know anything about Ghana football before you came to Ghana?
Yes, to some extent. Obviously, this depends on at what point you consider something expertise. But when I was young, I did play with Ghanaian players, so I did get information from them. And yes, I've had Ghanaian friends. As I've spoken before, my father was a professor of anthropology and linguistics at a Japanese university, and his specialty was African languages and culture. So we did have African friends, and my father's friends, and African people living in Tokyo around. And so I had known, and of course, on top of that, Ghanaian football is very famous. I remember back when, was it Pele Abudi and Yeboah and Lamfti? Yes, these players were playing.
Great players.
Yes.
You are taken back to good times.
I know.
Abedi, Yeboah, great players.
I was a child, but obviously if you looked at football in the media, Ghanaian players featured in, whether it was Bundesliga games or Serie A games or Premier League games.
Apia, Asamoah-Gyan.
Yes.
Even the Asamoah-Gyans, they are the younger generation. But when you talk of Abedi, Yeboah,
Yes. So these people featured. So of course, through the media as well as personally, because I had friends in Ghanaian football. So yes, I did have some knowledge previously, and this is one of the reasons why I was quite receptive, because I remember being quite impressed with the Ghanaian players I even played with, and the Ghanaian players I happened to know. So as a result, I was receptive to the idea when I first heard about it.
Okay. Before you came to Ghana,
Yes.
have you had any experience with any African country? I mean, precisely, have you visited any other African country?
Well, yes. My father, being a professor of African cultures and languages, I had been to Kenya a number of times.
Kenya?
Kenya, yes, because my father spoke Swahili and Maasai, and that was his specialty, and that's where his research trips tended to take him. So I did go to Kenya, but that is the other side of Africa. I had also been to Ethiopia to a friend's wedding.
Ethiopia?
Yes, and I don't know if Seychelles Islands, some people might say it's Indian Ocean, but I think most consider it Africa. There is some possibility I've been to Tanzania, but it's based on me being in a part of part of Kenya in the border region. Because there were no markings, at least back then, I'm not entirely sure I've even been to Tanzania. It's just some people believe.
So specifically,
I've been to Kenya a few times, and Ethiopia for sure.
Okay.
So that was on the other side of Africa. West Africa, this is my first time. I've just had many friends from Ghana and Nigeria and a few other countries.
Africa is one. You may
Really?
have different experiences, but Africa is one. We are one people, one continent, you know, so we are one. Different regions, different experiences, but everything is similar. We are related. So, what are your expectations? Ghana is a great football nation.
Yes.
You know, the Ghanaians don't take their football lightly at all. They are
I've
happy.
noticed.
They are happy, funny people. They are welcoming, but they don't joke with their football.
I am aware of this.
Okay. What are your expectations? Your dream? What do you want to achieve with Accra
Yes.
City Stars?
I mean, expectations can be very complicated, and there are
Okay.
many things I don't know. I do expect to have a lot of talented players, and this is not based on some Ghana has talented players kind of stereotype. This actual team, they are a professional team. I have seen videos of their team last season, online, of course, and I do know that they are a team who have had talented players. So I do expect that there will be a certain amount of talent. Expectations are always difficult to say. You said expectations, dream of. Of course, the dream is very simple. We win our league, we go to the Ghanaian Premier League, and then things are no longer, things are looking completely different. That is definitely the dream. No question about it. And based on how they played last season, if we could have the same competition and we can go in with the same team and improve a few things, I do believe that this team, Accra City Stars, has a lot of potential. So in terms of the dream, it's very easy to say. Win our league, go to the Ghanaian Premier League, and from there on, a lot of even bigger things become possible. And even that is a very big thing. Ghana is a very globally known footballing nation, and even coaching in the second level, even coaching Division 1, in the way the Czechs talk about Druhá Liga, I'm already there. If we can sneak into that top league, the Premier League, that would definitely be a dream. Now, you said expectations. This is where things do get difficult. When I say Ghanaian football is great and Ghana has great talents, I absolutely mean that. But obviously, our rivals are also Ghanaian teams. Our rivals will also have very good talents, and I do have realistic respect for the fact that when I say Ghanaian talent is good, I'm not under some delusion that I come to Ghana, coach in a Ghanaian league, and only I have access to this Ghanaian talent. Our rivals are going to be great, all respect to them. Expectation is very difficult. There are going to be elements of luck. I do believe that I'll get a group of talented players. I believe in my ideas. I believe in my methods, and I believe we can take the players we have to the next level. And all things being as they were last season, I think that will surprise people where we are. On the other hand, yes, I cannot guarantee you everything that will happen at rival teams, what kind of big investment they will get, how certain rivals will strengthen, what kind of team will get relegated from the Premier League, where the pace of the game is I saw in the video, it is better in the Premier League. So I don't know what kind of teams get relegated and still find our league easier. I don't know what kind of impressive team would get promoted from a bottom league, which as much as the bottom league is worse than us, they will win their league and come with a winning, basically being used to winning, that winning thing that they got. So I don't underestimate the opposition, and I just hope to do my best. And you are absolutely right. The Ghanaian fans, they are passionate about their football. I don't expect an easy ride. We are going to work through some difficulties, and I'm actually quite optimistic. And I really do have quite open expectations. I'm optimistic, but I have open expectations. If something I have no control over goes wrong, I understand. For me, I want to do the best job I can do, and a lot of things are possible.
I lived in Prague with you, of course.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Now we are meeting in
Yes.
Ghana, of course.
Yes.
Okay. When you look back in Prague, is it any similarity between Prague and Accra and Prague? Any similarities?
I mean,
Tough question, eh?
it is a tough question. I actually have this idea in my head from living in a few countries that cultural differences are quite overrated. There's always something similar. In the end, we're all human, and there's just a lot. I'm not just saying that. It's really a lot is similar, and I've adapted to Accra the way I adapted to Prague all those years ago. I mean, in terms of being similar, if I go beyond the level where all people are people, I think it is quite different. Obviously, I can't think of a aspect, and you have to realize I've only been here over 3 weeks. I even had a mini holiday in those 3 weeks. So, you know, even whether it's the public transportation or the layout of the city, some things about malls are the same wherever we go. But apart from that, I don't think that they're exactly similar per se. But yes, it's for me, I guess having lived in a few countries, I have gotten a little bit used to adjusting to other countries, and Accra is actually quite nice, and things are quite. I think I would encourage people to come, because things probably are quite different than people stereotype.
Okay.
If they just imagine.
So now you've been here 3 weeks.
Yes.
So now come my questions.
Yes.
Your feelings, your impression,
Yes.
your experience, your feelings, your impression, your experience so far in these 3 weeks.
Well,
Can be something simple.
it is very good so far, and I understand in 3 weeks people can say, oh, you didn't experience this, or oh, you didn't experience that. I understand. I don't claim to know everything about Accra or Ghana. What I do say is what I have experienced in these 3 weeks has been incredibly positive in Accra as well as in Akosombo. I would say that it's been, people have been very nice. People are quite honest. In the way in Prague, there are people ripping people off in tourist areas. At least I haven't seen that. I do not say if something exists in the whole country or the whole city. I don't comment on what exists. Just so far, my personal experience has been in 3 weeks. People have been very honest. People have been very friendly. If I'm lost, everyone, whether it's someone selling something or someone just walking past or someone working as a conductor or driver of a minibus, they've been all very helpful and telling me, even if their minibus isn't the one to get on, to say, oh, you want to get on that other minibus over there. Very, very friendly people, very helpful people. So that's all I got.
What do you like about Czech Republic?
Well, I actually like Czech Republic a lot. It has a lot to do with why I've lived there a long time. It is very difficult to say in words. It's basically a total of many things in life. I do think Czech Republic, overall, things work overall. People concentrate on the negatives because every country something is wrong. I think there are people who are complaining in every country they're in. But my opinion is overall, Czech Republic is just a nice place to live. You know, I might choose some nicer place with a beach on holiday. Looking forward to the beach here. But I think Czech Republic is a very nice place to just live, relax, concentrate on your work, and then after work, things just work normal.
Okay. Personally, Czech Republic, the similarities between Czech Republic and Ghana is that Czech Republic is a peaceful country. Ghana is a peaceful country.
Yes, yes.
Czech Republic is a stable country, stable,
Yes,
very
yes.
stable. Ghana is a stable country.
Yes.
Czech Republic is passionate about sports. I mean hockey and football. Ghana is passionate about boxing and football as well. So there are some similarities. The media in Czech Republic is active and vibrant.
Yes.
The media in Ghana is even overactive and vibrant. So there are similarities. And one thing I like about the Czech Republic is the transport system.
That is
Czech transport system to me is one of the best in the world, and that is one thing Ghana can learn from. Ghana transport system is bad, is totally bad, and Ghana can learn from Czech Republic in this way. So what do you like in Ghana in these 3 weeks?
Well, I've liked basically the people that I've met. I've liked the neighborhood I live in. It's a place called Pokuase.
Pokuase.
And, you know, it's really hard to say what I like special. I just like going around the corner and going to a normal shop are a normal place, and you might think it's just a normal place. And yeah, I'm not saying there's something incredible there. In fact, I think this region is better for incredible things than the region I live in. But it's just a friendly neighborhood, and whether I go to the open space where people are playing street soccer or street football on the open space, you just make friends and people are friendly. I do admit what you just said about the transportation. The transportation with the minibuses, I haven't figured it out entirely. It seems quite chaotic. That's why I'm very glad that the people around are very friendly. And you know, if I ask some guy in a minibus who's working on a minibus, even if it's not his minibus, he'll be very helpful and say, hey, let me take you, it's over there, and even walk me to the place usually. And so I'm very glad, because I have not figured out a system. It's not like I can look for the signs and go to the right place, right? So if people weren't helpful, I don't know if I'd find my way home. I really don't know.
Yeah, Ghanaians are very hospitable. That
Yes.
one you can give it to them. They are welcoming and hospitable, and
Yes.
that makes it a good country as well. Okay, so Ellen,
Yes.
we are coming to conclusion of
Yes.
our short interview, friendly talk. This is for the public. Ellen, I'm happy that you have the opportunity
you.
to coach in Ghana. Accra City Stars,
Thank you.
you know, in the Division 1 league, right? So I think at this point I want to wish you, I know the atmosphere, I know the terrain of Ghana football. It's very vibrant, it's interesting, but it's also tough.
I
It's
understand.
also tough. So I want to wish you good luck,
Thank you very much.
and I want to wish you success
Thank you.
in your coaching job here, and I am looking forward to becoming a fan of Accra City Stars.
Thank you very much.
I am originally an Accra House of Folk fan.
Okay, yes,
from-
they did win the cup, league and cup double in the Premier.
I'm an Accra House of Folk fan from when I was a baby, in a long time. Yeah, they won the Ghana Premier League title
Yes.
recently. Yes, so I'm looking forward that you will be a successful coach in Ghana, in this country, and I think that when you become successful in Ghana, you will be successful anywhere. So thank you
Thank
for
you very
the
much for
opportunity
this
to talk to me, and
Thank you.
congratulations for getting the job of
Thank
Accra
you.
City Stars, and I wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Alan from Prague, now coach in Ghana. Okay.
Thank you.
So maybe can we say something in Czech? Dobrý den. When I say dobrý den, how do you answer?
Dobrý den taky, ale...
Dobrý den taky. And then how do we say we say bye bye. Ahoj.
Ano, ale
From Ghana. Ahoj.
teďka budu trénovat v Accra, ale jo, ano, už zapomněl jsem, co chtěl bych sem říct, ale jo, teďka trénuji v Accra, ano, měl jsem dobrý zkušenost v Praze taky, děkuji za všechny.
Děkujeme, ahoj, nashledanou.